Hey, good morning and welcome to CCNA automation class. In this, today we're going to see the topic data modeling. In that, we will concentrate on JSON, YAML, and XML data format. Okay, so let's understand. So we have already shared you the PDF, this data format you can download from the classroom. So what is the data modeling and why do we need? First, let's understand the theory part, introductions of the data model. So who is the audience here for network? Suppose you are giving some command show interface, so IP interface brief or anything, any command on the command line interface, so you are getting some output. Suppose in the system, in the network, so connected with the gateway or net gate, from there you are punching some command or you are getting some output. Okay, like if I will type show IP interface brief, so you will get the output in some format, okay, which is going to make you understand. Okay, so this is called, who is the audience here? Here we are the audience, means human are the audience. So this is called user interface. This is called user interface. User interface, UI, user interface, where you will give some command and you are getting the output in the format in which you going to understand. Like, let me give you example here. The data format, so IP interface brief, if I will punch the command as an input, this is the output. You are able to see my screen, right? This is the output. So here you are able to understand this on the, this is called user interface, where you will get the output. But here you are the consumer, human is a consumer and audience is human, you and me, a network engineer. Suppose if you want to make understand this output to the application or a machine, so machine, you need a particular format which supposed to be understand by or consumed by this app and machine. They can understand the format. So we have that format called XML, and this is very old format. Okay, this is used since last 2 decades for the automation, because once the application or machine able to understand the output, then only they can process and do some task or activity. So there is a 3 format: XML, JSON, and third one YAML. Okay, so these 3 format, any one format, they are interactable, means you can, if you are expert in any one of this, you can convert into different format. You can bring the code in different format by clicking one enter command. I will show you that there is lots of app, there is lots of website available where we can do this. So you have to be very expert in any one of this format so that you can convert in any others of. We will see that. So we are not, we supposed to understand this format so that the whenever we will pass our output, our requirement to the application or to the machine, they can understand your requirement in this format. They are not able to understand in this format. So here, this is the example. Who is the audience? So audience is changed now. Now there is no network engineer going to be audience. Network engineer going to be in commanding position. There, from there you going to send the information to any application or machine about what they going to do. And that information, in which category or in which format you going to send, this you supposed to decide according to your practice. So either use XML, Json or YAML. Okay, so we're going to be expert in YAML because we are going to use the Ansible, and you're going to see this is a very near to our the conventional data modeling. It's very near about that. Let's understand how it's working. This is one example. The audience means application or machine can understand that. There is a ITF interface, then the interface name, interface descriptions, type, enable is up or down. You have to make it interface admin up, enables, and then followed by the IP address network mask. What we are writing in different format style, the same information we have to pass so that application or machine can able to understand and consume this data to process and give the desired output. Okay, so why do we need this? First thing, why do we need? So a human can, there is a limitation of human can do work at a time at one device, or you are very expert, you can do at a time two device. But applications or the computer can work as many as device as the parallel at the same instant of time. It can operate with the IP interface brief. You can open two devices and give the command at the same time. That's also not possible. Okay, you can work at a time at one device, but the same output it can be captured at the 100 device at the same time parallel. So application and computer can work parallelly on the multiple devices and get the output at the same time interval. Means you going to work for the one device at the same time, it's going to come with the result for 100 or 1000 or 10,000 device. It depends upon the infrastructure how you prepare that. So why do I need this format? Because this is the future, and we going to able to control by sitting on the control system thousand of network device. That's why we need the data that going to consume by the machine or application the format. So we understand why we are doing the data formatting, why we supposed to study the data. Clear guys, still here? Should I move to the further?
Yeah.
Okay, now come to the just have a look for data format. Okay, so we try to understand for these three data format what is the common here. So try to understand what is the common here. We're going to see the data format, we try to bring it out. JSON data formats look like something common is the colon. There is something colon given by the some key value, and there is some value, key value. Key value means there is two parameter everywhere. We can see there is a key and value, or followed by the key. Okay, and we can see the comma injection, curly bracket we have. we have square bracket, you can see. So we have curly bracket, square bracket, colon, pair of informations. In XML, you can see the tab is the open tab, close tab. You can see open tab, close tab, and give the information. Open tab, close tab. Every open tab interface having close tab. IPv4 close tab, address close tab, IP open tab, close tab. We can see there is no space, white space. There is no meaning of the white space here. Insignificant of white space. Here also it's not one white space. There is meaning of white space, but it's insignificant. Come to the YAML. There is a white space. There is a white space significant, and this YAML is the most less formatting. If you see, there is a 3 dash started, and then our ITF interface followed by the some key and value, some key and value, followed by the some key and value. So let's discuss one by one. What are the common thing we saw? We see there is some curly bracket, square bracket, colon, and commas we saw. So there is 3 things you have to understand. For any data formatting, this concept is common for any kind of data. That is called something called key colon value. You have to remember this. Means this is called, you have to define some key, that's a well-defined networking, and you have some value for that key. Anything, key can be anything and value can be anything. This kind of format called dictionary. Okay, you're going to study in detail about dictionaries in the Python. In Ansible we're going to see, not Ansible, in Python we will see the labs also on dictionary. So you just understand dictionary is nothing, is that there is a key and they have some value for that. So throughout the data modeling you're going to see there is a key followed by the some value. So what style you have to keep? So we're going to be expert in only one data formatting, that is called easiest one, that is YAML. YAML data format we're going to be expert. Once we will able to do everything in YAML data format, whenever you need JSON, you can do the exchange. You can exchange the code, means you can convert YAML data format in JSON or YAML data format into the XML, or you can do from JSON to XML and vice versa. Okay, I will teach you that. That is a different part. No need to be expert in each, but you have to understand each and every data form. However, it will come by the time, don't worry. So you have to understand 2 things. There is called dictionary, and second thing something called list. List is nothing by the in general listing your artifact, key value pair, or listing your dictionaries. Okay, so your dictionary going to be list going to be start with them 2 spaces, means first space by the dash and followed by the white space, and then give your content. This is start, means always start from dash your listing. Whereas I'm talking about YAML, dictionary is start with the followed by the 2 white space, means there is 2 white space. So in YAML you have to follow, always you write your new syntax with the new key or introductions of you with the 2 white space. You have to use 2 white space for the any key value declaration or announcement while you do coding. So only two things you have to remember: dictionary, that's a key value, everything you have key and followed by the value, and you have list will start with the dash followed by the white space and then your key and value. Okay, let's understand this one by one. We will start with the XML. So you can see here in XML, this is one of the oldest method. We are using this data format for the automation. So what is here common? You can see this is the tag going to open and tag going to close. So if you want to declare interface, you have gig interface, you open and declare. You want to highlight something, this is the comments, this is called comment. You want to highlight something, just you open, this is XML. What you are doing, you introduce yourself. Second, you open the interface, okay, and then close the interface, means open tag, close tag. Every open tag you have name, open tag, close tag, description, open tag, close tag, open tag, close tag. So in XML there is no meaning or there is insignificant your white space. Okay, this is one. So we follow the tagging and this is called extensible markup language. Why it's used? This is human readable data structure that application use, means you understand the application use this to store, transfer and read data. So any of this data format used by the application, not by the human, but this is the human readable data format. Okay, so that you can raise your concern with the application and they're going to process, they consume this data information and process accordingly. Okay, so this is the data format and this is one of the oldest. I'm not going to use, even I think you supposed to not use. This is the second is Json. Json having curly bracket and the square bracket. You have common key and value pair. So what is key? So it will start from the curly bracket, will close to the curly bracket content. Then you have, this is called key and value. This is called key. ITF interface is key and value is interface. Now entire key value is a key. Now they make entire key value pair as a key, then they have another value. So value are this. So you can see the loop also inside the key value having the key value. So another key means this is the entire key and this is the entire value. So at the same indentation, if you see same white spacing, means they are belong to this key. This is the entire one key. Okay, and this is the entire is a value. So within the value you can see again we have key and value. Key is a name, interface name, description is a value, then we have enable true and followed by. Okay, this is the JSON format. By practice it will come, don't worry in that. And list going to be so as a square bracket, in JSON. The listing going to be so as a square bracket and the dictionary is going to show as a curly bracket. Come to the YAML format, that's we going to do YAML format. So this is YAML format. YAML format going to start from the triple dash, then followed by the key and value pair, key value pair. Let's practice this. Without comma, we have only two space. Quickly we will practice, we will do the activity and we will understand. So everyone ready for the activity, guys? We have a small activity today so that you're going to understand and comfortable with this. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes. So just open the browser on your screen as I'm opening. Everyone open the browser. Go with write YAML, or you write anything like convert YAML into JSON. Transfer or convert YAML into JSON. Please type this. And you can see there is something called Codebeautifyorg. Codebeautifyorg. Are you able to find, guys? Please participate. Don't sleep, because this is very important here. From today onward, you have lots of activity. You can open the YAML convert. That's the beautify. Are you able to open this page, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to remove this because you are opening with the there is no data, like blank one it's opening. Everyone, you have
Yeah.
like this. Are you able to open this?
Yes.
Jason, sorry, Jitendra.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Okay,
opening Ashinush.
yes. Now we're going to learn how to write the code. Today we will start writing the small code in JSON. Sorry, not we write in YAML, because YAML is very easy to write. It's a very near to our interface, how we are working till how we consume the output or input. Okay, so we have to see. So what is the way to write for YAML? There is two things you have to remember. First, it's start from triple dash, and you will close your coding with the triple dot. Means you start your code with the triple dash, you stop your code or close your writing with the triple dot. Clear? First part. Second part, anything you writing, you have to follow the two space white space, two white space, two white space back to back, then you have to write. So don't use tab, guys. If you use tab, that's a wrong practice. You use a space, white space, click first, hit first white space, then followed by the hit two white space back to back. You practice, then you announce your stuff, either your key and value, either you define your key followed by the colon, then followed by the single white space, then give your content, whatever the value you want to pass or whatever the data you want to pass. So always key going to follow the colon and the white space. Spacing is important. If you do mistake in a spacing, your YAML data format not going to accept, and you will be break your head why it's getting the wrong error and you are not able to troubleshoot. So better you understand the white space. Okay, white space is a significant throughout the YAML data format, and that makes the interesting and the powerful writing code into the YAML. So okay, this is only. Now how you declare the list? While you are declaring the list, you want to declare within this key value pair, you have to follow the single dash followed by the white space, then you clear your key followed by single space and then your data format. We will do the right now something and we'll try to understand how it's working. Okay, come to this. So I'm writing first very first code. So I will start my YAML with the 3 dash back to back. Enter. I will close this. I will not do anything. I open the YAML data and close the YAML data. Let's validate it. There is a validate point whether this is right or wrong. YAML is valid. You can see the answer. Can you see here? Jitendra Sagar, please
Yes.
participate. Please participate in this.
Of
Okay,
course.
guys, are you getting YAML is valid?
Yes.
Okay, let's do some mistake. I will what I will do only 2 tab. Okay, and then I try to edit. Unable to pause line first. This is the meaning invalid YAML. Okay, so if you do anything mistake over there, so this is a very good tool where you can practice how you can write the valid YAML, because you are expert in this writing. In the once you are writing expert into YAML, you can convert into any data format, JSON, XML. Have to be expert in anyone, and that's YAML is the easiest and one of the modern use of YAML used everywhere almost, and it's going to be tagged on every. So this is, let's write first. So I'm going to give the first list of my, I'm going to use my first list. What is that I told you? Are you going to declare? We have to follow 2 space, white space. So first, second, 2 space I given. Please follow, do this activity. I'm declaring the first list. So how do I declare? I will
Of
declare
course.
dash this way, or I can declare in the same data format. So yet I did not declare anything. I can use first place. I can use first place to introduce my data. Okay, because this is the very beginning one. Okay, so we have just started, so I can use without white space, to white space, but only one. This is valid for the first time only. After that we have to follow any new declaration to white space. Okay, so dash followed by the one white space, then give the name. I'm going to give name. This is the key, followed by the colon, give the white space, the color is changed, you can see name, and I will give the name to this my YAML data form. Name, this is very first code. Anything you can pass. The key is a name and the value is a, this is the very first code, and enter. Okay, this is list. I declared one list, but now everything is supposed to come within this list. Everything is supposed to come within this list. Okay, so let's, I will declare something in that. So I have to come with the 2 space within this name, within the parallel with the name, and declare the something like host. I will declare host. So you can see that host followed by the colon, then followed by the immediate with the single space, white space. Then you write your host whatsoever. I'm writing router 1, router 2, router 3 by the space I. Okay, so like that you can give. This is, or you can give the list of, this is the declaration of host. Let's see, this is my valid YAML. I closed my YAML. Okay, let's check it out. This is my valid YAML or not. I just validate. Yeah, YAML is valid. This is valid YAML. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some mistakes here. Have you completed first here, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
You are getting YAML is valid?
Yes.
Congratulations, man. If you are able to do, you know the YAML. Within 2 minutes, you are able to do the code, very first code with the right syntax. Congratulations, man. So what you have to, let's do some mistakes. What I have done, I did not given this first write a space. Let's check it out. What happened to my YAML? Let's check it out. Everyone, check it out. This is setting right. YAML is still right. Are you guys getting this?
Yeah.
Here you are getting YAML is still right. Means YAML follow one thing that declare what you declare as a data format it will accept at the beginning line. But let's do this opposite of that. Opposite of that, first line I declared with a single space, second line I have not declared any space. Now you do validation. Wait. And third line we have done variable with some xyg and then validate. Okay, now you understand, because first line says that I have declared as two values, two white space. One is dash listing, one white space. Here followed one of white space, but here followed two white space. You can't do this messed up. Either you always follow the two or either one. Don't mix and match. So for the standard purpose, throughout the Cisco or throughout the globe, we are using as a two white space, so that there is no mistakes. There is no mistakes. And this is the practice what you have to do. Okay. Now let me give you one example. This is very small one. Come to our YAML at list. Let's pass this. Here you understand what is this called. Started from triple dash, that's opening, and you have address. How do you list your address? You have address followed by the white space IP, followed by the white space IP address, net mask in the same indent, two white space. You write these three, then you will see the error are coming most prompt, because first two line is going to declaration of your white space. Once they understand you going to follow that pattern, you have to follow the pattern. Means YAML give you them, you can use your white space in the first two line. How many? 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing you have to follow later. Same thing you have to follow throughout the coding. Otherwise, the YAML is not valid. Let's do something. We are listing 3 in YAML. We're going to list 3 IP. So let's remove. Please do this. So what we will do first, IP address you can see here. Please follow this. So addresses, first key, and these all are values. These all are values. Within that values, key and values, key and value, key and value, like this. And this is one list. Means if you say listing, if you given this is say this is one list. This is one list. Means if it's convert into JSON, it will come with the square bracket, and this will start and this value come with the curly bracket. We will see later on, just quickly after the some time. Let's start doing this. So I'm going to write first declaration followed by the address. So address not a list, it's only the key and dictionary. So we going to declare with the dictionary. We open that and close this, okay, and I will write my dictionary's address. Dictionary having the key followed by the value, or you can do enter. So values going to here, values are listed, so list going to give the single dash follow the space, that's a IP is a key, value will be the space by the address. Everyone like going to write this 192.168.1.0. we will see this is the IP. Then second you have to give two space within the IP the net mask. Please do this while I'm writing. You also write this net marks, and we have 255.255, the value is 255.0. okay, I will take one IP, anything you can take, that's not a matter here. Just I want to show you the format. We have first list, now I'm going to declare the second list. Second list going to be like this single dash a space, then IP followed by the 192.168.12.2, anything. That's the second list. A space 2 net mask and 5.2 that's a second list. And third list I'm going to give a space IP 192.168.2.2 and the two space white space and net 55.2 Have you done, guys? Everyone?
Yes.
No, Sukash.
Okay, do that, or you write two at least. So here we have three lists, three different IP with the net mask, three list of IP, list having the content and the everyone having key and values, key having followed colon, and then and do the validate. This is right YAML is validate. So YAML is right. Now I'm going to convert into the JSON. Click the YAML to JSON. Wow, it's coming. You can see that the YAML converted into the JSON with the curly bracket and square bracket. No need to do from your side anything. Just one data formatting and you will get this second data format by the single click. Okay, so let's understand here how this dictionary and the list is converted into the JSON by the JSON using the curly bracket and square bracket. Whereas in YAML, we are using as a dictionary as a values declaration direct without any space, key, and the entire is a value. And within that we have list as a single dash, whereas here list having the square bracket. Can you see the listing? So square bracket open and close means entire list is open and close. Then you have dictionary means key and value. You have dictionary key, dictionary open with the curly bracket, close with the curly bracket, open with the curly bracket, close with the, you can see, and the first dictionary is this. Clear, guys? Easy to understand. Means better you spend the time. YAML and JSON, these two are broadly and globally going to used entire Ansible, Python, or even Cisco, every vendor throughout they are using YAML and JSON. So easy, comfortable.
Yep.
Jitendra, do you able to get this YAML to JSON? Are you able to get?
Ashutosh, I have opened that URL just now because before I can't understand. So now I'm writing the code right now.
Okay, write some small code. See the YAML is valid. Do this practice. As much as you practice, you will get confirmed. And at the beginning level, you start your code here and then you copy from here. You can see the symbol here. After writing the code, your YAML is valid. You can copy and then execute on the YAML you want to do. You can do like this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
idiot. Okay, so here I'm going to stop recording video. If you have any questions, you can ask me in classroom. You can raise the questions. Okay, and we will see you in next topic. We're going to start with the Ansible. Bye bye. See you next.